Welcome, this is Carrie Schell from On Point Quilter. In this tutorial, I will be talking about using the quilt layout as graph paper. I had decided that I needed some block letters for a future project and started to draft each of those as individual blocks in Easy Draw, but realized that it wasn't working really well for me. And I realized what I needed was some basic graph paper where I could switch between the letters, play a little bit, and develop my style for the alphabet that I wanted to draft. So I thought I would take you through that process. On the home screen, select Design a Quilt from Scratch. Select a new quilt. In the ribbon toolbar, select the one patch style. Then select the Layout tab, and for this to be regular graph paper, under Patch Style, select Rectangles. Notice that this will give you squares. Now, counting going across, each of the horizontal numbers represents 2 squares. So if we want 24 across, we put in 12. Vertically, each number represents 1 square, and I suggest typing in 29. Set the finish size of the units at 2 inches. Select the Borders tab and change the border to 2 inches to be consistent. And then go to the Design tab. Select Fabric Tools, and I decided that I wanted each letter to be 3 across and 5 down. So then select a color, zoom in on the upper left corner. We'll start by creating an A that goes 5 down and 3 across. And all we're doing is coloring the squares. Then we're going to skip 1 square, and we're going to use the same process to do the B. To finish this off, we're going to need to do something other than just color the square. So we're going to create a 2-inch block that will go into the square. Select the block work table and select a new block pieced Easy Draw block. Set the block width and height at 2 by 2, which is the size of our square. Set the snaps at 4 by 4, and snapping options just snap to grid. With the line tool, draw lines from the right corners to the center of the left edge. Select the Color tab and color the block. But I'll select Add to Project Sketchbook. And then on the Quilt work table, select Layer 2, Block Tools, Set Block, and drag the block on the quilt. Select the Adjust tool, and under Adjust Block, go to the Quilt Grid Setup and make sure Snap Block Position to Grid, which is the second item, is turned on. It will be showing in blue if it's on. And then under Grid Snap Increments, make sure that it's set to 2 inches, which is the size of each of the blocks. Click on the block to select it and drag the crosshairs to reposition the block within the B. Select Layer 1 and select Fabric Tools, and now color the squares for the C. Then go ahead and color the squares for the D. To help this not look like an O, I decided I needed half square triangles in a couple of the corners. So under Block Tools, select Erase Block and erase the 2 corners. Select the Block work table, and now select a new block pieced Easy Draw block, and for this one we just want to draw a diagonal line. Go to the Color and color this, and Add to Project Sketchbook. And on the Quilt work table, select Layer 2, Set Block, and drag this on the quilt. And if you drag it, it will actually snap into position because of what we did with the Adjust tool. Then with the Adjust tool, I am going to select it and select Copy, Paste, position it in the top square, and select Rotate, and rotate it 2 times. Select Layer 1 and now color the squares for an E and an F. Select Fabric Tools and select Swap Color, and let's adjust colors so that we have just one blue, and then change all of the uncolored squares to white. And then I will select Add to Project Sketchbook. I will finish the rest of my letters outside of the video. Once the alphabet is done, I'm going to add to the project sketchbook, and now select Quilt, Add to Sketchbook as Photo. Once I have a photo, I can crop it and trace individual letters. So view the project sketchbook, and let's go to the Photos tab, select the photo, and select Edit to Image Work Table. Select Crop and adjust the crop window to just include the A. Select Apply Crop followed by Add to Sketchbook. If you would like to create additional tracing images, go ahead and view the project sketchbook, take that full alphabet photo and edit it to the image work table. Do additional crops for any images you would like to trace. To create an Easy Draw block for the A, from the Photos tab, select the A and select Edit to Block Work Table. Then select a new block, Pieced Easy Draw Block. Select Drawing Tools, and because each of our blocks was designed using a 3x5 grid, change the block width to 3 and the height to 5. Change the snaps to go every ½ inch, so that will be 6 by 10, and snapping options just snap to grid. Select Tracing Image and select Distort Fit. Select Drawing Tools. Select the Line tool and draw horizontal lines at 1, 2, and 3 inches. Then draw vertical lines between the horizontal lines at 1 and 2 inches. You could elect to trace all of the squares, but this will be much easier to piece. Select the Color tab and color the block, and add to Project Sketchbook. Once done, you will have a personal alphabet that you can use for any of your future quilts. For additional tips and techniques, please feel free to subscribe to my newsletter at onpointquilter.com. Thanks for watching.